करण सर बुक सर सर करण सर
अभी किधर है? अरे यार सर सामने सर जी आपके सामने जी सामने जी लेफ्ट लेफ्ट जी लेफ्ट 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 मैम यो वही तो बोल रहा हूँ सामने आपके फराजी यहाँ पे सर इकडे लेफ्टला सर 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 इकडे लेफ्टला सर यर सर थँक्यू हां मॅडम सर 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 इथे अक्षय सर इथे अक्षय सर सर तुमच्या समोर सर अक्षय सर साहेब इकडे साहेब समोर साहेब इकडे साहेब अक्षय हिअर लेफ्ट या साहेब इकडे साहेब 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 इकडे हा इकडे साहेब लाइट जल्दी चलो सर मैडम सामने
लाइट चालू कर विनोद चालू नहीं करो यार रूम नहीं किया मेरा चालू होल्ड
आपके सामने
पांडे जी के ऊपर ही यार कोई पांडे तो आगे जाए
सर आपके सामने सर आपके सामने सर योर सेंटर सचिन भाई लंबा सिंबा इधर सगळ्यांची घेतो राइट में रणवीर विदाउट बुक ये बुक ले लो विदाउट बुक के सामने सिम्बा संग्राम बाजीराव बार सुप्रीम कोर्ट के लिए तालियां बड़ी बात हो गई अच्छी बात हो गई ओके थैंक यू सी लेटर हां रेडियो के साथ Sikandar. Thank you. 377, not there anymore. सोनम जी आपके सामने यहाँ पे सोनम जी राइट सोनम लेफ्ट में सोनम लेफ्ट
अभी मैडम इधर टर्न लीजिए
सोनम राइट में सोनम सेंटर
सोनम सेंटर
सोनम
say it's lonely at the top.
No, because I'm not at the top. You're at the top, or are you at the bottom? I'm not sure.
How is this becoming about me? I really want to know. When did this happen? Thank you. Just because your title has pajamas in it doesn't mean you take mine off.
I'm not taking yours off. I'm just saying. It just came to my head. I'm sorry.
Yeah, lots of these thoughts only come to your head when I'm sitting next to you.
I love you.
Oh, okay, I love you too. Okay, now when I read the book, what struck me as a filmmaker is that this is tremendous, and I really mean this. This is tremendous potential for digital material, for cinema material. It has amazing development of character. It has a fast, speedy narrative. It also has an interval point. There is a juncture that has a midpoint, and that's pretty much the prerequisite of mainstream cinema and therefore any kind of digital content. Now, was this ever a thought like other authors amongst you who actually write for film and cinema, or this is something that you don't mind being an upside?
So can I let you know, it's not really a secret. My bio in Times of India says that I'm trying to change my name to Chaitali Bhagat so that all my columns become movies.
So are you in two states of mind about that?
No, but I'm not in two states of mind at all. That was a good one. I must give you that.
Yeah.
I don't really write for movies. Salam Noni Appa became a play, and that just happened. When I wrote Muruganantham's story, we were all very clear that this was something very urgent, and it was something that really needed to be made. People had to see it, and so Balki wrote that beautifully and made that movie. I don't think there's an end goal that everything has to happen and end up making, cinema. I'm happy if it's just a book, people like it, and that's it.
And you're not in the number game, like you knew how many books you sold.
Of course I'm in the number game.
Okay,
I have to be number one, at least in what I do. Because I had no chance of doing that in acting, so I was like number 101, and there were only 80 people. So in this game, yeah, I do want to be number one. I also want to sell more than all the men, because right now all the highest sellers are men, and we haven't been able to break that glass ceiling, and I'm going to break that.
And do you get any kind of, and this is something I know because as filmmakers, we get that level of anxiety when our product is out in terms of you're opening it up to opinion, in terms of critical opinion. Do you get that kind of anxiety about what people are going to say about your work?
No. I'm not anxious about what people will say about my work. While coming here, I was talking to my daughter, and I said, today's a big day, and my book is out, and people are going to like it, or they're not going to like it. And she said, well, Mom, what if they don't like it? And I said, I've done my best, and that's really the fact. I can't do anything beyond that. But after you finish writing a book, what I'd like to say is that people would think you're overjoyed, but actually you get depressed, because you have all these lovely characters in your head, and now you have nothing. So I could be having dinner with my husband, but dreaming about having sex with my ex-husband in the book, and that makes my life interesting. And now I just have to have dinner with my husband with nothing else.
But any art form or creative space is vicarious living.
Yeah.
So that's what I think you've mastered, like all of us have.
Yeah.
We have a vicarious existence.
Exactly.
All the things we can't do, at least the things I know I can't do, I put it up on screen. And I think that's what you're doing through the development of your characters.
Not only that, but I'm a terrible eavesdropper. There are quite a few people here who say things. I quickly go, I write them down, they turn up in my books, I twist things around. And Pinky once told me a joke, which she said, I was going, and I have to repeat this. She said, I was going for a surgery, and, I told my husband that...
She was going for a surgery?
She was going for surgery,
okay.
And she told her husband that, in case I don't make it, just please make sure that all my diamonds and Gucci bags go to my daughter and not to your next wife. Yeah. So I went home and I quickly wrote that down and put it into my book. So Pinky, I owe you for that line.
All right, now, you have also what I noticed when I read the book, that besides the character flow, the narrative, you're also saying things that are relevant to today. You're saying things, you're touching on topics that are being talked about. You're addressing it in your unique manner, as in the manner of humor, a manner of being slightly candid in your approach. But you're definitely saying something. Do you want to share with the people before they've read the book what was your approach to that?
Whatever happens in the world does filter into your writing, and it's how you interpret events. So I would say that the Me Too movement also has impacted all of us. And it's not just women, but it's men, because it's made you examine your own ingrained behavior. And it found its way into my book as well. Because what was interesting was I met a friend, and he's a single man, and he told me something. He said, I was seeing a girl, and we were talking, and it was midnight, and we spoke about everything, the tattoo on her thigh and the mole on her arm, and then I went to kiss her, and she said no. And I didn't know what to do at that point, that should I go ahead? Because if I do, I'm a sexual harasser, and if I don't, I'm a loser. And I thought that was very interesting, because he wasn't a creep, and he was thinking about these things, and those are the things that people never thought about, maybe, when we were young and all these men were just kind of jumping and trying to scratch you or something. So I think that's really interesting, and that kind of made its way into my work as well.
So do you address the fine line between yes and no in the book in your own manner?
I do, because I think there's a lot of ambiguity about consensual sex, and yeah, I do address that.
Okay, that's fascinating, because I did find that. I just wanted to hear
Yeah.
it from you, since you created this world, and I felt very strongly that within all the humor and entertainment and beautiful writing, there lies very strong messaging. And I think any piece of great work, when it contributes to society in a credible manner and lands up entertaining you, that to me is the main source of entertainment. Well, I think, Tina, everyone can't wait to read the book. It releases now nationwide, and of course your claim will follow internationally and nationally, like Chiki has already said, all wonderful things about you, and so have we. I think we praised you enough. But I think it's important, for us to now hear passages. Now we have two amazing personalities with us, amongst us today, and chosen and curated very beautifully by Tina to actually do the reading of the passages. I'm going to invite them on stage. I'm going to first invite, I think, a voracious reader, a fashionista, a terrific actor, national award-winning actor.
And my bad woman.
Recently married and created a huge storm in a coffee cup. I'm plugging my own show when I say that. She's gorgeous, she's amazing, and she's the perfect choice for someone to come on this platform and read passages of Tina's book, Pajamas Are Forgiving. I'm sure you've already given her the passages she's meant to read. And from what I know, you're about to get into a ride that you will not forget. Sonam Kapoor, the stage is all yours. Would you like to stand on the podium and read, or sit and read, whatever you choose? I think that's almost better. Yeah, because then I can sit.
Okay.
All right, so Sonam, before you start, would you like to say something about Tina before you start reading immediately?
Please, can you just read? Don't say anything about
No,
me.
you
People
man,
have said
we've all
enough
been
things.
paid
Yeah,
to do
please.
this. Don't
No.
be silly.
I'm not as...
You're crazy. This is a puff piece platform.
I paid you in boots, and I'm going to take those boots and hit you on the head with them.
So I'm not the best orator, Karan. As you know, I've made many faux pas on your show itself. So I think I'll just go ahead and read somebody else's words. As an actor, that's my job, and I think right now I should do my job as
All right.
well.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
So Pajamas Are Forgiving. This is from page 69. The need to blink made my eyes water till finally I closed them. And when I opened my eyes again for the next round, I saw Jay was watching me, his gaze fixed, unwavering. The diffused light stripped the years away from him. I could see the man from my youth sitting across another candlelit table, across time itself, the man who made me laugh as he inadvertently mispronounced Bidet, which became my pet name for him for a few years. Bibet, I used to call him, and he in turn called me Juju, an abbreviation for jujube. I hope I pronounced that correct, yeah. A small fruit that tasted like a mix of apples and dates. I glanced back at the candle, but couldn't stop my gaze from repeatedly sliding back to him. When Srinivasan finally switched the lights on and declared that the Tritaka class had come to an end, Jay ambled over to the window to get a glass of water from the earthen pot. He turned towards me and said, "Anshu, wait. I want to talk to you for a second." Vivan and Jenna were waiting for me near the door, but I waved them onward and walked towards my ex-husband. "I just want to say I'm sorry. She had no business making all those statements, even at the clinic. I really don't know what to say." "It's all right, Jay. Everyone would have got to know sooner or later, I guess. I just wish I had the opportunity of choosing when to tell them myself." "I can only apologize on her behalf, Anshu. She's not easy to handle, but I'm going to talk to her." It's all right, I repeated, bending down to fill a glass from the dispenser. The water was warm, my hand unsteady as I gulped it down, and a trickle splattered onto my kurta. I was raising my arm to wipe my mouth when he caught my hand. You still have this? A tiny circle of gold, a wreath wrapped around my finger. It was not my wedding band that I had discarded a long time ago. This was my first present from Jay. I looked up at him, the memory intertwined in my mind with the lunch we had consumed that day, Chinese, at a hole in the wall called stomach. Jay had dropped toothpicks into the chicken Szechuan and then summoned the manager to get us lunch on the house. We left the restaurant giggling, thrilled with our prank, promising to carry dead cockroaches and flies wrapped in tissue paper and stuffed into our pockets on our next date. We crossed the road and I looked into the store window behind me. Motiwala or Meenawala, the name of the store was the one thing I could not recall clearly, and I saw the gold ring. He bought it for me. Do you remember, he said, his voice echoing in the empty yoga pavilion. Once in the middle of a fight, you threw it all over the wall of your house. After we made up, we jumped into your neighbor's garden, scrambling on our hands and knees, looking for it in the grass. He smiled, not letting go of my hand. We found it in some plant, right? Yes, it had fallen into a marigold pot. Almost 2 decades had passed, but I recall that evening distinctly. You took me for a long drive then, and when we returned, Mummy was waiting for us at the door in her favorite striped nightgown, the one that said, I love Mickey Mouse. You remember that? She screamed, You're a thief! And when I asked her, But what have I stolen, Mummy? She yelled back, You have stolen time. You had to come back at 11, now it's 12:30. This is robbery, only of full 1.5 hours. He laughed. He had an odd laugh, 4 precise beats, and then it was over, rehearsed, almost theatrical. He once told me that he used to stammer when he was very young, and he would constantly practice his speech, stretching out the vowels when he was in the bathroom. I could picture him, a young boy, standing in front of the mirror, rehearsing various words and probably this very laugh after brushing his teeth every night. My heart swelled for this little lost boy that I knew was still lurking there inside. I looked down at the ring, my hand still clasped within his, and I said, I'm used to it on my hand. Some things become a habit. We walked back together to the main building, ghosts in rustling white, walking in the darkness, unhurried, both making a tally of the things we had lost, things that would never be found at the bottom of flower pots.
Thank you. Thank you, Sonam. Thank you so much for reading that wonderful passage out. Thank you so much. Thank you, and let me walk you off. Thank you, Sonam. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now, please, may I invite this bona fide force of nature who's worn pajamas and come today. And to do the honors, I don't need to introduce him. He's come already on stage. Already. All right. Later.
Because he's wearing pajamas, I'm going to sell 10,000 extra books. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Actually, thank you. You are beautiful, intelligent, talented, eloquent, elegant.
Mic pe bolo, mic pe bolo.
I told him once, say all these nice things to me in front of my husband, my stock will go up, and so thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm right now the
Again,
dollar and not the rupee. Yep.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm honored that you selected me. You chose me to read your passages. Especially since I don't read books. I don't read books. The last book I read was Noddy. But I did study English medium, ICSE, so here goes. I think before I start, a thundering round of applause for the verdict, guys. Full on. You can have as much dessert as you want, mister.
Why has this become about me? Tighten your pajamas and read now.
We're doing takht together. I'll be a ras malai. Okay. Karan, control yourself, man. The consulting room had not changed in all the years I had been coming here. The sloping tiled roof, the examination bed with its brown cover, the gleaming cream walls that always looked as if they were freshly painted. The same certificates of accreditation in gilded frames arranged over the copper basin, installed into what must have once been an English Saab's writing desk, and of course, Dr. Menon, in his cream silk mundu and jubba, an embroidered stole on his shoulder. The doctor's meticulously groomed moustache, and serious demeanor, belied the sparkle in his eyes, a remnant of an impish childhood that held out against the grave endeavor of poring over 5,000-year-old Vedic texts. My shoulder is better, Dr. Menon, but the sleep issues have gotten worse. I drift off the moment my head touches the pillow, but 2 hours later, my leg jerks me awake. And it's as if my brain is giving the whole body a kick that seems to say, wake up. So now I spend night after night asking myself, wake up and do what? And I still don't have an answer. Dr. Menon loomed over me as I lay on the examination bed. Eyes closed, he checked my pulse, his fingers hovering over my wrists, my neck, even my navel was not spared. And then in his quiet, unapologetic manner, which usually held a hint of amusement, he declared, Anshu, what have you been ingesting? You always come back with a grievous vata imbalance. Chinese food or too much wine again? Walking back towards his desk, he continued, parasomnia is what Western medicine calls this disorder. But I am telling you, it is because the air element is running through your body helter-skelter. It is vata that is responsible for all your problems. I've told you this, right, from the first time you came for treatment. I first came to Shanta Maya 13 years ago with Usha Bua, my favorite aunt and the last link to my father. I could always see bits of him in her, in the rounded shape of her eyebrows, the way she flapped her hands when excited, and even in her minuscule earlobes that barely had space to hold an earring, let alone the multiple piercings she sported, tiny diamonds that caught the eye as she moved her head. I had been in constant pain from 2 herniated discs in my neck after a nasty fall off a ladder, of all things. So when Usha Bua decided to undertake this Ayurvedic pilgrimage for her rheumatoid arthritis, I accompanied her as well. That first trip, with its curative, rejuvenating outcome, meant that soon a visit to Shanta Maya became a biennial event. My memory, though, of the decade-old lecture that Dr. Menon was referring to was hazy. But what I did recall clearly was sitting in this room after I had finished my first tenure. I was scheduled to go back home in 2 days' time, and Dr. Menon had handed me a printed sheet. Please, no non-veg and alcohol for 2 weeks after this Panchkarma treatment. Thinking of the adjustments I would have to make at home brought another question to my mind. I hesitated at first, but then asked, Doctor, but what about, physical relations? Anshu, that also entails 2 weeks of waiting, or all the benefits of this treatment are lost. But doctor, I wailed, why didn't you tell me? What if I had not asked you, my whole treatment would have gone down the drain? To which he replied, see the instruction sheet. Point number 6 says, no vigorous physical activity. That's hardly self-explanatory, Dr. Menon. And it's not always that vigorous, Sometimes you just lie down flat on your back and think of George Clooney. Dr. Menon's expression, his eyebrows reaching high enough to salute his receding hairline, was clearly etched in my memory. Trying to redeem myself, I had ended up falling deeper into the pit with, you can also think of patriotic things, like your country or the Prime Minister. A horrified pause on both ends, and I squealed. No, I didn't mean the Prime Minister, just a slip of the tongue, Dr. Menon. Manmohan Singh looming between your legs wouldn't work as a fantasy. I only meant country, like, that famous saying, lie back and think of England. Come to think of it, we as a nation did exactly that for more than 100 years. And I came to an uneasy halt with this nervous giggle. That evening, Dr. Menon stopped me near the lotus pond and handed me another printed sheet. This time assigning a new treatment which involved sitting for 40 minutes with a funnel made of dough on my head that was slowly filled with hot oil. Below the appointment time in bold letters, it said, Shirovasthi, treatment good for Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and mental imbalances. I clambered off the examination bed. Yes, of course I remember, doctor. I said hastily before he decided to write down another toe-curling treatment for my memory loss. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you, Ranveer, for reading the passage so exceptionally. Thank you very much. You want to leave from there? Okay. You just be seated before we call you up and again. Thank you. Thank you, and a huge round of applause to Ranveer Singh and Sonam Kapoor for reading passages. Tina, These passages are grand reflections of how amazing the book is. It's also a hoot, like we have just seen. And there are some risque elements that have crept into the narrative as well. And I wish you luck. Because I have a tendency of inviting trouble, and so do you. So do you. So Tina, last thoughts on this lovely day that we're having and this lovely launch that we're having.
Well, I just want to say a vote of thanks. I'd like to thank all my friends, my family for being here, for all the love, for all the support. I've already said, forgive me for eavesdropping on you all, writing things that you all say when you all are sober, and especially when you're drunk. I'd like to thank my husband. Not only is he very easy on the eyes, but it's his easygoing nature that I truly cherish. My mother, superheroes don't need a cape. Your pink leotard did the job perfectly well. Thank you. And Sarita Tanwar, where are you? Put your hand up. Where are you? Give us a wave. So Sarita asked me to write my first column. She let this cow out, and now there's Gaumutra everywhere, and it's all her fault. I'd like to thank my friend and my editor, Chiki Sarkar. We are a very productive pair. Every 2 years, I produce a book, and she produces a baby. And during the making of this book, we've had bitter fights. She's taken all my metaphors, aphorisms, my right kidney, and thrown it out of the window. She cut 11,000 of my words, which really hurts, but I had to concede she was right.
She did what your husband could manage all
Yeah.
these years. Yeah. Well done. You should have married her.
And, well, I guess 2019, I don't know about Modi Sarkar, but I'm definitely going to say, ab ki baar bhi Chiki Sarkar.
Yeah.
So can the fabulous Chiki Sarkar please come up on
Chiki,
stage?
we'd like for you to join us on stage.
Yep.
And, of course, we would love to invite
And
the two
I would like to
wondrous
thank
passage readers.
the Pajama Man. Thank you very much for that lovely read. And Sonam, my darling, thank you very much. You really made this evening very special. Could you two please come up on
Please
stage as
join
well?
us on stage. Thank you.
And I can see Bobby looking at me and laughing. I mean, we fought our whole lives, and now he's here looking at my book launch. Well, finally, I did something right. How many do you have already? All right.
So on behalf of Juggernaut, Crossword, all our partners, thank you so much for being here. Books are on sale outside, so please buy generously. Buy a copy for yourself, buy a copy for all your friends. It's a wonderful book. You'll read it in a sitting and you won't be able to forget it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was that. Good evening. And well done, Tina.
मारा मारी ना अरे बाप रे थांबा रे यार थोड़ा पीछे कीजिए ना पीछे पीछे कीजिए ना अपन पीछे हो गया यार अरे पीछे हो ना यार मैडम टॉप एंगल हो गया सर ऑडियो नहीं आ रहा हाथ कटा रहा अंग्रेज भाई बोलो थोड़ा मांगे यार कैमरा अरे चेहरे पीछे यार ये बराबर मिल रहे हैं पूरा पढ़ो यार मामूल नहीं पड़ रही अरे काय हो इकडून इकडे धक्का अजून हे काय चाललंय सिम्बा 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 धन्यवाद मॅडम ट्विंकल जी मॅडम के सर ओके धक्का मार गणेश भाई अरे गणेश सर हाँ पढ़ो थोड़ा पुस्तक खाली है ना हाँ सर वाचते ना सर थोड़ा पढ़ते हो पूनम जी हाँ कर हिमांशु ले लेना भाई हिमांशु सर एक फोटो मॅडम बुक ठेवून सर ना शीसाठी साहेब समोर सोनम जी तो पाटील घडून जाय कॅमेरा एक ठिकाणचा घेतला अक्षय सर सोनम जी अक्षय सर अक्षय सर पैडमैन खाली वागला इकडे अरे रुक रे करण सर बाबा करण सर संतोष भाई के कैमरे में संतोष भाई अरे अल्ले अदला बदली अरे ले पीछे हो गए थोड़ा पीछे सर सामने बाइट्स कर रहे हैं
मैं बहुत ही एक्साइटेड हूँ। ये बहुत ही दिलचस्प किताब है और आई एम श्योर कि अगर आप इसे पढ़ेंगे तो आपको बहुत मज़ा आएगा और बहुत अच्छा मैसेज भी है।
सोनम करण ने काफ़ी बोला था आपके बारे में, क्या लास्ट टाइम आप किसी
सीजन में करण के सीजन में काफी धमाल मचा रहे हैं, इस बार का क्या है?
होपफुली इस सीज़न में भी धमाल मचाऊंगी, वो देखते हैं क्या होता है इस सीज़न में।
और बताइए, और जो अक्षय कुमार के साथ भी आपने काफी अप्रिशिएट की है, ट्विंकल एंड पैडमैन की बात हो रही थी शायद थोड़ा सा ऐसे करके, तो बताइए इसके बारे में कुछ प्लान है क्या?
पैडमैन 2 मेरे को पता नहीं, पर मैं बहुत ही खुश हूँ कि मैं यहाँ हूँ टीना के लिए, ट्विंकल के लिए, और उनकी फैमिली के साथ मेरा बहुत लंबा रिश्ता है क्योंकि उनकी डिम्पल आंटी एंड माई मॉम आर वेरी गुड फ्रेंड्स, सो इट वाज लवली बीइंग हियर एंड आई लव टू सपोर्ट टीना. शी इज़ एन इंटेलिजेंट, वाइज एंड फॉरवर्ड थिंकिंग वुमन एंड वी नीड मोर सच वुमेन लाइक हर. थैंक यू सो मच.
चलो रोल है सबका. सो
Who do I look at?
रुक जा एक मिनट. Twinkle, what a fabulous book. It looks to be a very fabulous read. Of course, very bold and brave as well. Tell us in your words, how would you put it?
Well, this is my third book, Pajamas Are Forgiving, and I guess when I look at everything that I do, it's always about women finding their place in the world. And to me personally, I think what's interesting is that here there's a woman who's interested in finding redemption and not finding a man. And the other thing is it also has an interesting premise because it's in a very stringent Ayurvedic retreat where you're in a confined environment, and when you're like in Big Boss or Survivor, when you're inside an enclosed space, all the emotions run high, and that was interesting for me.
You know, we heard the extract while it was being read. We heard the name of a very prominent political figure as well. Do you fear some kind of an outlet, maybe probably given the fact that we live in times when people could take offense even at the most innocuous of...
Well, I don't think that I've written anything which anybody would take offense to, and what has been written has been in jest. So I hope that people enjoy the humor, and I think they will.
Ma'am, now 377 is legalized. What do you have to say on that?
Well, I'm wearing a dress to celebrate it, as you can see, all the colors of the rainbow, and I think it's a historic moment, and I couldn't be happier.
Why this title, Pajamas Are Forgiving? Why this title, Pajamas Are Forgiving?
Because the protagonists in the story wear pajamas throughout, and more than that, I think that we're very hard on ourselves. We wear skin-tight jeans. In a world of skinny jeans, the pajama girl is someone who's a lot more forgiving about herself.
क्योंकि इस टॉपिक पर फिल्म बननी चाहिए आपके अनुसार अगर आपको?
जी, मुझे ऐसा कुछ नहीं लगता है कि हर स्टोरी फिल्म बननी चाहिए. मेरा काम है कि मैंने स्टोरी लिखी है, एंड दैट इज़ ऑल आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन.
एंड जी ढेरों सारी फिल्मों का रीमेक बन रहा है, आपने भी ढेरों सारी फिल्में हिट दी है हिंदी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री को. आप
मैंने एक भी फिल्म हिट नहीं दी है, तो थैंक यू.
ऐसे आप चाहेंगे आपकी किसी भी फिल्मों का रीमेक बने या?
नहीं, मैं तो चाहूँगी कि मैंने जितनी भी फिल्म्स की है वो शायद बैन हो जाए और कोई नहीं देखे.
आप ऐसा क्यों सोचती है ट्विंकल जी, क्योंकि अच्छी एक्टिंग तो करती हैं, तो ऐसा क्यों सोचती हैं?
Most of the time I pretend that I have Alzheimer's and I don't remember my film career, so I think it makes me happier that way.
What is redemption to you?
What is redemption to me? Personally, what is redemption to me? I think at this point in my life, what is redemption for me is the fact that it's not enough that I'm somebody who's self-sufficient or I'm somebody who's achieved equality. For me, redemption is if I can help make other women's lives easier, and that I think is redemption.
What did Akshay have to say after reading this book?
Akshay doesn't read books.
Twinkle, in this where the paparazzi and everyone is going, probably we are too late, but you kept your son and your daughter pretty secretive from us. So do you feel that we are kind of overdoing it? We can blame ourselves.
The times are such that I think the freedom that we enjoyed, whether it was going by train or taking a cycle and roaming around our neighborhood, those times are gone. What does scare me is that once these children become very recognizable, it is dangerous for them and for their safety. And that I think is a bit of a bother for me.
As a feminist, what would be the advice you give to your daughter?
There is no advice. I think the biggest advice you can give your daughters is by setting a good example, and I hope I'm doing that.
We just spoke to Akshay. He said your daughter is very fond of running around. She will take up to some sport.
It's too early to say. She's 5.5 right now, so it's too early. Yeah, thank you so much.
Twinkle, saw Karan today at the book launch. Will we see you appearing in Karan shows soon?
I've done one session. I think that was more than enough, you know. So yeah, I like my coffee black, and Karan's humor is also black, and I think we gel because of that. But I've done my bit on coffee.
लास्ट क्वेश्चन आप उनके एक एड फिल्म में भी काम करें जैसे करण ने बताया, कुछ बताएंगे उस एड फिल्म के बारे में समथिंग?
I think you'll have to wait and see. Thank you so much. Thank you.